You can't say that to me. I'm not just fat. I'm growing faster. That's what my mom says.
Hey, you are growing faster, horizontally.
That's right, I'm horizontal. I've spent all those years as a vertical fraud.
We back in it today. Hello, friends. Welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise swearsies. It's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Vick is aging up so quick. It's not just her age that's increasing in number, it's her weight, it's her level on the degeneracy scale. I did finally make a playlist for it, so that is in the description. Let's go ahead and jump into this and see what we got today. Moby Vick 14 on the chopping block. Oh, don't threaten me with a good time. Robbie has checked my numbering, and the Roman numeral is indeed correct this time, so no more math jokes. Hey! Nothing wrong with getting a little help from our friends, ain't that the truth? I'm giving you guys one more before I go out for the night. Which ain't really a problem for me, reading them years after the fact. Our story has now moved on to middle school Vick. The participants, OP, Alistair 9000, 12 years old, of pure awesome, slayer of the ham, and officially an active participant in the dating world. At 12 years old, man, that's not for real. Dating is just a word at that point. Renegade Robbie is 12 years old, of pure incredible, my best friend and partner in crime, shover of the ham. Bro 2, my brother, age 17. Magic Mike, 12 years old, my boyfriend, Daring Darren, Magic Mike's best friend. OP, that is suspiciously close to Dapper Dan. Isn't that the kid she dated in the last episode? Why do we have to go into OP's dating life? I guess we're just setting a backdrop. Okay. Miss Power, the assistant principal, a no-nonsense kind of lady. And Moby Vick, 200 pounds of manipulative 12-year-old. I mean, manipulative, yeah, that's a word you could use. I'd prefer psychotic. Who is she going to assault verbally or physically this time? Hopefully not another chinchilla. Now, friends, let's ride on. It's March of my 6th grade year. Magic Mike and I have been dating for about 5 months now. I'm getting my food from the cafeteria, and Renegade Robbie says,
"Will you sit with me today? I never sit with you at lunch anymore."
OP, Magic Mike and I are dating, so we have to sit at the couples table. This really is some stuff, isn't it? Takes you right back to 12 years old. Renegade Robbie says,
"I don't care about Mike. Just leave him for one day. I'm sure he can survive one lunch without you."
OP, date a girl. You know, some have crushes on you, and that way we can sit together every day. Moby Vick,
that's cute. If the two of you got married, your kids would be ugly and poor.
Oh yeah, Vic? Well, if you somehow asexually reproduced, your kids would be fat and stillborn. Renegade Robbie says,
"Magic Mike doesn't think she's ugly, and neither do I. How come no boys ask you out, Vic? Because you're too pretty?"
Moby Vick,
I'm not desperate. I don't throw myself at them.
Oh yes, the highest of standards. It's just a bunch of poor self-esteem covered up by supposed high self-esteem. I think we can see through it. Vic then begins to waddle away, and I chuck an oatmeal cream pie at her head. Moby Vick,
"You hit me!"
She picks up the oatmeal cream pie, and OP says, "Prove it." She decides that the sweet beatus is worth more than an altercation with me, and she scurries off, but I have lost my dessert. Sacrifices must be made. Renegade Robbie says,
if you sit with me, I'll split mine with you."
OP, no, it's fine. I'll see you in math, okay? Look at these two friends drifting apart. Oh, I hate to see it. With that, the two of us part ways. I go and join Magic Mike at the couples table. We engage in the type of PDA that only hormonal children can. Moby Vick,
"That's disgusting. How do you kiss her? She's disgusting."
PDA at 12 years old, yeah, I don't remember that part. That is sort of gross, but not for the reasons that Vic is saying. Magic Mike does not respond. Moby Vick,
"Hey, I'm talking to you. You can do way better than OP."
Magic Mike says,
"I'm sorry. I have a weight limit for those that I talk to, and you've exceeded it." Go away.
Moby Vick says,
You can't say that to me. I'm not just fat. I'm growing faster. That's what my mom says.
yeah, you are growing faster, horizontally.
That's right, I'm horizontal. I've spent all those years as a vertical fraud.
Magic Mike says,
I just did, and you're only growing fatter.
Moby Vick says,
It's muscle. I eat to stay healthy. Just because I'm bigger than some of you doesn't mean that I'm not healthy.
to a certain extent, I would agree with you, but we passed that line long ago. Magic Mike says,
Muscle doesn't jiggle. I've spoken to you for far too long. Waddle on your way.
Daring Darren begins to clap his arms together, imitating a seal. Oh, arf, arf. Who is this kid? Is that seal thing supposed to be a burn? Darren might be a weird kid.
You weird, buddy. You're weird.
But I will say, at least everyone in middle school is giving her the business, right? She's probably not getting away with weird stuff with the teachers. It could be the turning point for Vic. Either that or she will double down immediately. Moby Vick waddles away, and the rest of the day is uneventful. I go to math with Robbie, and then I go home. 2 nights later, our house gets a call. Bro 2,
OP, the school just called. They thought I was dad. Apparently Vic's mother's lodged a formal complaint against you and your friends. Said you were bullying Vic, and now she's tried to off herself. You have to go to school tomorrow for a bullying seminar.
OP, what? Tomorrow's Saturday.
Yeah, but the school said you had to report at 7:45 tomorrow morning. What a bummer.
Wielding bureaucracy like a sword, she is. You see that a hell of a lot more often these days. Vic was ahead of her time. OP says, I immediately called all of my friends, and we all had been named by Vic as people who have bullied her. Whatever, some people need bullying. We all come to school the next day fuming, and Miss Power leads us to an empty classroom. Miss Power,
Sit down. Now, you all know we have a zero-tolerance policy on bullying. A classmate of yours was stopped by her mother mid-attempted suicide, and when pressed, she named every one of you as the bullies who drove her to do this. You will not speak. We are going to watch a video.
did I really have to wake up at 7:45 for all this? Just email me a link to the YouTube video. I promise to watch it. She turned on this anti-bullying video. It was called The Broken Toy. In it, a kid is made fun of and pushed around by bullies and accidentally falls into traffic. Yeah, I hear this is how most isekais start. Really, that kid should thank them. I'm sorry. His toy is broken when he is attacked. Wow!
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Wait, was the toy inside of the boy's mind the whole time? That's deep. Mrs. Power.
Now, you see what a profound effect seemingly harmless bullying can have on a child? It took that boy's life. And you're all very fortunate it didn't take your classmates. I'm now going to open up the forum to discuss the incidents that led to your classmate's attempt on her own life.
Yes, supposed attempt. Purported attempt. Daring Darren says, how'd she try? Miss Power says,
it only matters that she did. But her mother found her with a bottle of pills, ready to swallow them.
Yeah, so she didn't actually even swallow them. OP says she's lying. We didn't do anything. She bullies us. I mean, to be fair, it's a bit of a back and forth. But she did start it when she smashed you in the mouth with a bacon tray over a cookie. Miss Power says,
OP, you know, yours was the very first name given. She said she'd been bullied by you since the 1st grade. She said you've tormented her since she met you. My face when I twitch.
Renegade Robbie says, that's not true. She always pulls this shit.
She pretends like she's the victim when she's pissed about something, and you're all just so quick to believe her.
Miss Power.
Robert, detention, Monday. We do not use vulgarity.
The vulgarity's all she focused on. Inept use of power. Magic Mike says,
Look, she's mean, and nobody likes her. She's the bully, not us, not OP.
Miss Power.
Now, I just don't buy it, Michael. You all expect me to believe she's victimizing you?
OP. Yeah, exactly. We're just not crying about it. Miss Power.
Watch yourself, OP, or you can join Robert Monday. I know kids like you, like all of you. I don't buy you as the true victims.
Were you bullied in school, Miss Power? Did you go through an experience just like this, and it resonates with you so deeply that you have to make the people involved pay whether they're actually guilty or not? Well, that would make you a terrible person, but it makes for some great character development. Daring Darren asks, but why not? It's true. Miss Power.
Vick struggles to make friends. Vick eats lunch by herself every day. She's mocked constantly about the way she looks. You're all the same type of kids who gang up on that kind of person. I see it every year. You and your friend's idea of fun is bullying a girl who cannot defend herself.
I mean, I was making a joke earlier, but yes, trust me for reals. This is her lived experience. OP says, are you serious? She has no friends because she is horrible to every fucking person she meets, Miss Power.
OP, language. You can join Robert after school Monday.
Again, we're not addressing the message at all. We're just like, oh, you said a bad word.
No more saying cuss words, guys. It's inappropriate and violent.
She's awful. I'm not sure I could do this job better, but I need you to do your job better. OP and friends go on and try to explain to her Vick's track record, but Miss Power is hearing none of it. We're made to write essays about bullying and how it's wrong.
Yeah, you might get hit by a bus.
That's the most important thing. As our day is finally ending, Vick walks in. Oh, little gloat fest. Here it comes. Miss Power says,
Vick, how are you doing?
Moby Vick.
I'm still a little shaken, but I'm feeling better. I wanted to talk to them about it, though. May I?
Miss Power.
Of course. Everyone pay full attention. Not a word from anyone.
Moby Vick.
I don't know what to say.
God.
I've always felt different. I wanted to be your friend, but you guys never let me. You all made fun of my weight. I can't control it. It's genetics. I try to eat good food, but I just am what I am.
A monster. A monster who guzzles ranch.
Boys never think I'm pretty, which you all rubbed in. I guess all I'm saying is I wanted to be like you all, be with you all, but you made me feel like I would never be good enough. That still hurts.
Cue the crocodile tears. You know, Vick would be a hell of an actress. Then again, she's horrible at doing things that other people tell her to do. She probably smashed the director in the mouth with the catering table. Miss Power thanks Vick for her bravery and leads her out. She returns soon after. Miss Power.
I've kept you all for as long as I can. I hope today made an impression on you all. What you did was vile, malicious, and cruel, and I have my attention on all of you. If I ever hear any of your names in conjunction with this type of thing ever again, I will come down on you all. Hard. You're dismissed.
You know what? Go ahead. Expel me. Expel us all. I'd love to go to a school that Vick isn't at. And again, she'd probably just follow OP over there. Magic Mike and I go to get some dinner and then go home. Monday comes, back at lunch. Moby Vick.
Hey, OP, can I have your cupcake?
OP. Screw off. Moby Vick.
I would hate to have to go to Miss Power about bullying again.
OP. Take it. Moby Vick.
Thanks, OP.
and she waddles off with my cupcake. She used this bullying thing to get whatever she wanted for the rest of the year. TLDR, muscle sometimes jiggles. Hope he does have some great TLDRs. This is a dire turn of circumstances, though. The best you could do is just avoid her at all costs. But I really don't think that's 100% possible in a prison for children, so I guess we'll have to see how it goes in the next story right now. Moby Vick 15 dances with Vick. Okay, but be careful. If she steps on your foot, you're gonna lose it. There's no getting that back. She just pinch it off like a skin tag. Greetings, Beatus hounds. The time is nigh for another entry into the saga of Moby Vick. The cast: OP, Renegade Robbie, Magic Mike, Sweet Sarah, who's a classmate, Sweet Girl, Bro3's 15, Daring Darren, Manda Panda is Daring Darren's girlfriend, really sweet and pretty, and we became friends. Mr. Sir, hey, you remember that guy. I'm so glad to see him in the cast list, honestly. There's also Miss Power, of course, Sweet Nerd, 12-year-old classmate of mine, Sweet Guy, very quiet, and then Beta Butterball and titular beard Moby Vick. So come along now, come along with me. It's the last month of the 6th grade. Classes were finishing up, exams were being made. Our first year of middle school was coming to an end. Oh, and what a year it was. We kissed boys, we ostracized our friends, we made a ton of great decisions. And next year, we're gonna make even better decisions. It's not a statement on OP, that's a broad statement in general. Okay. As such, the end of the year dance was coming up on Friday. Boys were getting up the courage to ask the girls. It was one of those times where you're glad to have a boyfriend. Alleviates all of the not knowing. Yeah, but girls like surprises. That's why you ask somebody who isn't your girlfriend. And then when she's like, why didn't you ask me? You're like, surprise! That's some of that good decision making I was talking about. Anyway, story picks up where OP is in math class with Renegade Robbie. OP says, Robbie, who are you gonna ask to the dance? Renegade Robbie,
I don't know. I'm not even sure I'm gonna ask anyone. You?
OP, Magic Mike, my boyfriend. And you have to go. Just ask one of the girls who has a crush on you. Renegade Robbie,
I don't like any of them, though.
OP, I hear Vic is still dateless. Oh, no.
Hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no.
Poor Robbie, always taking one for the team. The true MVP of this series, I gotta be honest. The sound of Vic's name perks her ears. She had the hearing of Batman, seriously.
Is Batman actually the best hero for this analogy? Because I'd pick like Daredevil, maybe. It's pretty basic.
Moby Vick says,
Ew, I wouldn't go on a date with him. Besides, I have a date.
Oh yeah, he's Canadian. You don't know him. Renegade Robbie says,
munching on your mom doesn't count.
Moby Vick says,
I don't do that. Besides, Sweet Nerd is taking me. I have a date and you don't.
OP, speaking before thinking, Robbie has a date. He has Sweet Sarah and they're going together. Moby Vick,
I'm surprised you found someone to take you, but to each their own, I guess. Somebody's got a dumpster dive.
Dumpster diving pretty lit, honestly.
Yep. Hey, it's not so bad once you get used to it.
With that said, she turns around. Renegade Robbie says,
seriously, OP? I said I wasn't gonna go with anyone.
OP, you can't not go now. And Sweet Sarah is so nice. She's got a crush on you. You'll have fun. I don't want to go without my best friend. Renegade Robbie,
fine, I'll do it.
This is some type of manipulation on OP's part. But it's hard to really accuse her of being a demon when the literal devil is standing right next to her, so I guess it's fine. At lunch, Robbie asked Sweet Sarah to the dance, and she was thrilled. Wednesday afternoon, Manda Panda and I were going to the mall to buy dresses. Her mom dropped us off at the mall and told us to have fun. Armed with credit cards, we set to work, trying on dresses. 12-year-old with a credit card, that is a great parenting decision. I don't see what could possibly go wrong. Having tried on more dresses than we could count, we begin modeling the favorites. Oh my god, fashion show! Suddenly, the dressing room doors creak as if gravitational pull is acting upon them, and in walks Vic.
Ugh. Ready to get all dressed up like a Christmas ham, are you?
Giggling, Manda Panda retreats back into our dressing room. We soon step back out with our favorites to try them on in the full-length mirror. Vic and Beta Butterball are in front of the mirror, and Vic's dress won't zip. Beta Butterball, well, let me go see if they have this in a bigger size. And she runs off. Moby Vick says,
what are you two staring at?
A pig in lipstick. OP says, we're trying to look in the mirror, but you are hogging the whole thing. That dress isn't gonna zip no matter how long you stare at it. Moby Vick,
I know.
She stepped away from the mirror, and in this moment, I felt bad for her. I almost felt like an enormous dick, until Moby Vick,
it's just so gross looking at you two. Nobody wants to see your bones. How you have boyfriends is beyond me.
OP, maybe they like being able to feel something besides blubber. Just a thought. We almost saw a human side to Moby Vick just there, until she decided to start coping out loud. Beta Butterball walks back in and says, sorry, Vic. That's the biggest dress they have. I could sew it at home. Let it out. Moby Vick.
Of course they don't have normal sizes. They only have clothes for skinny little bitches. Stupid, ugly girls like them. It's discrimination. I'm built like a woman, and I can't get clothes.
You are built like a beach ball. Beta Butterball. Hey, you've just grown into your womanly figure before your peers. Let's buy this dress and then we could go to the food court. Moby Vick.
I want a cookie when we're there.
Beta Butterball. Of course. It's been a long day for you. And you see why she turned out like this. This is why, as a parent, always keep your pimp hand strong. For real. If you don't teach the kids, then the world's gonna teach them, and they're not gonna be as nice out there. Anyways, Manda, Panda, and I find dresses and leave, passing Vic in the food court, eating an entire freaking cookie cake with a fork. Beta Butterball smiling at her, just feeding her womanly curves. Maybe that's Beta Butterball's endgame, just feed her until she dies. The day of the dance arrives, and I'm at home getting ready. Magic Mike and his dad are gonna pick me up. Bro 3,
who would have thought, OP? You actually became a girl.
OP, shut up! Magic Mike and his dad pick me up, and we're dropped off at the dance. We go and find the rest of our friends. Renegade Robbie,
you look so nice, OP.
OP, you too. Sarah, you look so pretty. Robbie's lucky he asked you. Sweet Sarah, thanks, Alistair. I didn't think anyone was going to. I nudge Robbie, and he leads her off to get a drink.
Oh, a drink, that's what they call it, huh?
I sort of feel bad for Robbie again in this moment. He was manipulated into dating this girl because OP wanted to spend time with him, and now she's like, go away. All right, whatever. Manda Panda and I tell our dates about dress shopping with Vic and the cookie cake. Magic Mike,
holy God, an entire fucking cake?
We all talk and dance for a while, have an overall good time. Maybe Vic decided not to come. No such luck. In walks Vic, dragging Sweet Nerd along by the arm. Moby Vick,
hey, get me a drink. I'm hungry. Give me a snack too. None of that rabbit food either.
Poor kid. He should just bail out the back door. It's not too late. Sweet Nerd scurries away. Magic Mike and I intercept him at the snack table. OP, hi, Sweet Nerd. I have to know, why did you ask her? Magic Mike, seriously? Sweet Nerd, I didn't really. She told me I was taking her and I didn't have a choice. Moby Vick.
What's taking so long? My sugars are low. Give me that.
She snatches the cookies and punch from Sweet Nerd's hand. What do you want to bet she doesn't even chew any of this stuff? She just throws it all inside her mouth like Jabba the Hutt, including the paper cup.
She's like, it'll come out the other end. It's fine.
Sweet Nerd says, I'm sorry. I was just talking to Mike and Alistair. Moby Vick.
You!
Points her sausage into my face.
You're trying to steal him.
Sweet Nerd. He was just talking, Moby Vick cuts him off.
Shut up! Go do something useful and grab snacks for later before they eat them all.
You know, there might actually be snacks for later if not everybody's out there grabbing snacks for later. Sweet Nerd diligently begins putting chips and cookies into napkins for his liege lord. Moby Vick.
You're so desperate and ugly. I guess your mom never taught you self-respect. Oh yeah, you don't have one.
Yay, the same dead horse that we wheel out every time to beat a little more. Magic Mike.
Let's go, OP. Vic, come near us again and I will stop caring that you are apparently a girl. I'll knock you on your fat ass.
It's almost like on some level Vic really does want to be included in everything that OP and her friends are doing, but she doesn't know how to interact with people who don't grovel before her, because apparently that's all her parents do. And then when people don't react like that, she gets angry because that's probably also how she manipulates her parents. It's really hard to feel bad for her at all, but I saw a glimmer of humanity there for a moment, and I thought it bared mentioning. So Magic Mike grabs my hand and drags me away. We have a few dances, a few high hormone PDAs that definitely bear mentioning for some reason. Really weird again, OP. The usual middle school dance routine, and we're all sitting together. OP says, Robbie, ask Sweet Sarah to dance. She obviously wants to. Be a good date. Renegade Robbie, I'm not really in the mood to dance right now, OP. Sweet Sarah, that's okay, Robbie. We can dance later if you want, and if not, that's okay too. OP whispering, dance with your date, you asshole. Renegade Robbie, Sarah, I know you want to dance. Let's go. Again, chasing your friend away. I totally wanted to be here with him. Now leave me alone. She gets up. Magic Mike, Daring Darren, Manda Panda, and I all follow. We make our way to the dance floor. Moby Vick.
Hey, Sarah. You know why Robbie asked you, don't you?
Sweet Sarah. He said he thought I was pretty and that we'd have a good time together. Moby Vick.
That's cute. You believed him? He only asked you because OP forced him. She knew you had a huge crush on him and made him ask you.
Sweet Sarah. What? That's not true. What crush? Moby Vick.
The pathetic crush on Robbie. Everyone with eyes can see it. OP made him ask you because she pitied you. Why do you think he doesn't want to dance?
OP, Sarah, she's lying. Sweet Sarah. No, she's not. Okay, fine. It's okay to be insulted now. But trust me, the 5th time she wheels out this dead horse to beat on it, you'll feel nothing. You'll be like, oh, okay, so that's the only card that you have. Sweet Sarah ran off crying, though, and Manda Panda took off after her. OP, Robbie, go, now. Poor Robbie. I send Robbie off after her as well. Magic Mike says, you're sick, and he is about to hit the beast. OP says, Mike, don't. She wants you to hit her. Then she'll go to Miss Power again. Let's just go. I drag Magic Mike away in search of Sweet Sarah. We find her in the hallway, crying. Manda Panda, Robbie, and Daring Darren already with her. OP, Sarah, don't let her do this to you. She loves ruining people's lives. She likes when people are as miserable as she is. Well, you got that nailed down. Sweet Sarah says, she's right though, Alistair. I knew when he asked me. I was just so excited it was him. That I get to be with you all. I didn't care. Renegade Robbie.
Sarah, I do want to be here with you. Please come dance with me.
Oh, how the tone changes all of a sudden. After some convincing, Sarah stops crying, and Robbie leads her back to the gym to dance. We all follow, trying to make the most of the rest of the night. I walk up to Vic and Sweet Nerd. OP, look, you stay away from Sarah. Moby Vick,
I just told her the truth.
Sweet Nerd, I think Alistair's right. What you did was mean, and Sarah's nice, and she never did anything to you. Moby Vick,
you shut up!
Sweet Nerd, no, I'm not doing everything you say. And then Moby Vick clocks Sweet Nerd in the head. Mr. Sir and Miss Power run over. Miss Power,
what is the meaning of this?
Moby Vick,
they were being mean to me. They called me fat and made fun of my conditions. Sweet Nerd joined in. I got really mad. I'm sorry.
Miss Power, oh,
lo siento.
Mr. Sir, no, not today. You will not pull this. I know this game. You're banned from the dance. Leave now. Fighting is off limits, Miss Power.
But she's being bullied.
Mr. Sir, no. She's the only one who hit. She's leaving the dance. That is the rules.
God, I love Mr. Sir.
Like, I feel the most for Renegade Robbie, but Mr. Sir might actually be the real MVP of the story. How did you get this fucking based, sir? Vic is dragged out screaming. Magic Mike and I enjoyed the rest of the dance with our friends. Sweet Nerd got ice and had dinner with us after the dance. Score another one for Mr. Sir. TLDR, Vic crushes another innocent soul, and Mr. Sir crushes her in turn. And there it is, how she ruined a little girl's first dance. She really is just the worst. Wants to drag everyone down to her level. OP nailed it down most when she said she just wants everybody to be as miserable as her. That's why you're like this. It's not anything that I did. It's not anything that I could prevent. You just have a lot of ugliness deep down inside, and you can't keep from spilling it everywhere. I mean, probably you could keep it from spilling everywhere, but it's gonna take a lot of self-work and therapy. I did see the glimmer of humanity there. It almost makes me want to feel bad for her, but at the end of the day, these are your actions, and you have to take accountability. Let's get another story in, and I guess we'll see how that one goes. Surely better, surely. Moby Vick 15, field trip fiasco. I think it's 16, actually. Roman numerals are hard. Hello, dear children of the dark. I bringeth gifts, gifts of ham planet trip. It's almost as good as leeches! The players. OP, Renegade Robbie, Magic Mike, Daring Darren, Manda Panda, Miss Stone, 7th grade Earth Science teacher, collected rocks.
They're minerals! Jesus, Marie!
Mr. Sir, hey! I hope he appears in every story going forward. Sweet Sarah again, and of course Moby Vick again, so we know him, let's just carry on. 6th grade, finished! Summer happened! And it was a good summer, full of many great stories that mercifully did not involve any hams. Bro 1 and Snarky Mark visited. I saw Bro 2 at college. Summer ended. Bros 1 and 2 returned to college, and Bro 3 went back to high school. I returned to middle school, entering the 7th grade. Still 12 years old at this point, for the record. This entry takes place during November of my 7th grade year. We'd been in school for a few months. It was time for the annual 7th grade camping trip. Dude, did everybody's class take that trip? That was a good experience. It's like 3 days that I remember quite vividly. Anyway, Miss Stone is addressing our 3rd period Earth Science class about the upcoming trip. Miss Stone, your camping group will be your Earth Science class. Each period will have a male and female chaperone. I will be the female chaperone for period 3, and Mr. Sir will be the male chaperone. Oh, you lucked out with that one. Renegade Robbie, $10 as Mr. Sir murders Vic by the end of the weekend. Magic Mike,
OP, are we going to share a tent?
Mr. Sir, Michael, I assure you, there'll be none of that on my watch. Your hormones will have to wait until you're not my problem. Again, coming in so clutch. Moby Vick says,
Oh, what kind of food are we having? Do I need to bring my own snacks?
Mr. Sir, do you ever think with anything other than your stomach? You will not starve, Moby Vick.
How much food do you have, though? Because I need it for my metabolism. I need sugars to keep it up.
Then just bring a 5-pound bag of sugar along with you, Vic. The ants will get into it after the first night, but at least then you're actually intaking a little bit of protein. She eats bugs, she owns nothing. If we could fit her into the pod, she'd be our true soy jack princess.
She is very gorgeous to me.
Miss Stone says, not to worry, Vic. There'll be plenty of food. You'll have fun. Moby Vick.
I'm bringing snacks.
Renegade Robbie. Of course you are. Moby Vick.
Shut up. I have conditions. You don't get it. None of you do. I only eat when I have to stay healthy. This is my healthy weight.
Name one condition, Vic. Are you diabetic? They're probably fixing to chop your feet off if you are. At this, Mr. Sir examines Vic and thinks about commenting, but then decides he doesn't wish to expend the effort. The Friday of our camping trip arrives. We board the bus to get to the campground. We'll come home on Sunday. Vic isn't on the bus. Maybe she's not coming. Oh, you sweet summer child. We arrive at the campsite, and of course, there she is. Her mother drove her, so she wouldn't have to ride with all of us peasants.
That's right. Who's our piggy little princess? Who?
Everyone unloads. Mr. Sir gets out the tents, and we help him set them all up. Mr. Sir, all right, these tents are too per. Pick your bunkmate, and Michael, I see you looking at OP. Get those thoughts out of your hormonal brain now. If you can't manage that, I'll be your partner. And I assure you, I'm nowhere near as fun. He really just seen it all, hasn't he? I would read many novels about the adventures of Mr. Sir. I mean, there's a Mr. Sir in that Holes book, but he doesn't deserve the title, honestly. Magic Mike quickly abandons me and grabs for Daring Darren. Renegade Robbie grabs a friend. Manda Panda and I grab each other's hands. Okay, partners are chosen. There are only two left. Sweet Sarah and Vic. Oof. Mr. Sir, congratulations. You found your partners. Sweet Sarah looks terrified and on the verge of tears. OP, Sweet Sarah can stay with Manda Panda and I. We'll make room for 3. Miss Stone, no, Alistair. Everyone must have a partner. That's not fair to Vic. OP, she'll be happy with the tent all to herself. Go ahead and ask her. Miss Stone, doesn't matter. Everyone needs a partner to be accountable to. Well, this is not going to turn out well. Sweet Sarah's about to cry, and in this moment, I do something stupid. Very, very stupid. OP, I'll bunk with Vic. Sweet Sarah can stay with Manda Panda. Why did I say this? Miss Stone, great, it's settled. OP and Vic can room together. Moby Vick,
who says I want to with her?
Mr. Sir, I get the feeling you're not much of a catch as far as roommates go. I'd stop whining if I were you. Just gotta call it like you sees it. My friends all gather around me. Magic Mike.
Christ, why did you do that?
Renegade Robbie.
Seriously, she's gonna try and kill you. She hates you.
OP. I know, I felt bad for Sarah. Manda Panda. Why? She's not even our friend. Now I have to stay with her, and she's weird. OP. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. Daring Darren.
Huh. You messed it up for all of us, huh? I was gonna switch with you at night. You and Magic Mike. Me and Manda Panda. Huh. Remember that agreement? Huh.
That's pretty gross. But I don't know. I remember 7th grade. It holds water. OP says, look, I'm sorry. Daring Darren. Well, I assure you I'm not spending time with Vic, Renegade Robbie.
You're screwed, OP.
And I was. Your partner was the person that you had to do everything with. A buddy, so to speak. Miss Stone, all right, period 3, it's time for a hike. Yay. Moby Vick,
Hike? No, I haven't eaten yet. My knees hurt. I can't go up a hill.
yeah, she's more of a rolling down the hill type of person. Also, her knees hurt at 12 years old. God, she is doomed for a life of pain. Miss Stone says, you can stay here if your partner stays with you. OP? No, I'm hiking, so she is too. Moby Vick,
I have conditions. Make her stay. Why does she get to decide anyway?
Mr. Sir, she decides because hiking is the activity. You don't get to force your partner to not do the activity just because you are lazy. Moby Vick,
I'm not lazy. She's forcing me. You're taking her side.
Mr. Sir, no, I'm forcing you. Start climbing. It's so good. This is just like ambrosia for me. It's probably like a mile-long hike. And Moby Vick out here treating it like it's a death march. I run off with my friends and sweet Sarah. Miss Stone, OP, you have to make the climb with your partner. No running ahead. You need to stay with your partner. OP, but she's going so slow. Miss Stone, everyone hikes at their own pace. It's the duty of the quicker partner to accommodate the slower one. Renegade Robbie,
Hey, OP, sucks to suck.
ain't that the truth? I'm surprised they let the group get all separated out like this. You think a little girl won't get dragged away by a mountain lion just because there's 2 little girls? That just means the mountain lion's having dessert. A big, fatty, fat dessert. I trudge back to where Vic is already heaving. OP, come on! Moby Vick,
I'm going as fast as I can. I shouldn't even have to do this. I can't. I have conditions. No snacks or anything.
She bitches just like this for a while longer and sits down on a rock. Finally, Mr. Sir comes back to us. Mr. Sir, what seems to be the problem, ladies? OP, she sat down and won't get up. I can't go anywhere until she gets up. Moby Vick,
I can't go further. I'm hungry. I need food. It's been forever.
Mr. Sir, OP, go hike with your friends. I'll see if I can convince Vic of her ability to continue this hike. Check out Mr. Sir with his Sisyphus roleplay. He's like, you're gonna go up that hill. Just tell her there's a snack at the top. She'll help you out. I dash away as fast as I can, and I catch up to my friends at the top. I tell them that I left Vic with Mr. Sir. Magic Mike, what do you think he's going to do to her? Renegade Robbie,
I bet he pushes her off the mountain and makes it look like an accident.
And not a jury in the land would convict him. Eventually, Vic comes to the top of the mountain, and Mr. Sir is right behind her. She sits down, heaving on a rock. Not a word is spoken. To this day, I don't know what Mr. Sir did to her, but she climbed that mountain, and she didn't make one complaint on the way down. The only person in the world with the gumption to fix Moby Vick. God bless you, Mr. Sir. So dinner comes. Mac and cheese, burgers, chips, some good old fatty foods. Also some carrots. Cupcake for dessert. Vic is pleased. We all go up to get our helping from Mr. Sir. Moby Vick,
I need more.
Please, sir. I want some more.
More?
Mr. Sir says, you get the same as everyone else. Moby Vick.
I need more than everyone else. I hiked today.
Mr. Sir, so did they. Unless you're saying that all of your whining burned more calories, I don't see a point. Moby Vick.
I'm growing into a woman. My metabolism is faster than theirs.
Mr. Sir, your body indicates otherwise. Here, I give you extra carrot. Now leave. It's a good compromise. Carrots is good food. Also helps out your eyesight, which is surely failing due to diabetes at some point. So Vic waddles away and right up to our OP. Moby Vick.
OP, give me your food. I'm starving.
OP. Screw off. Moby Vick.
Give it to me, or I'm gonna say you're bullying me again.
Not wanting to deal with this, I take the road of least resistance and hand her my plate. She takes everything but the carrots. Moby Vick.
Here, you can have all my carrots.
She waddles away to go inhale her feast. I go sit with Renegade Robbie and Magic Mike. Magic Mike.
Are you on a diet or something?
OP. No, Vic threatened a bullying charge again if I didn't give her my food. I'm staying with her and I just don't want to deal with it. Renegade Robbie.
She let you keep the carrots though?
My friends all gave me parts of their dinner, and surprisingly enough, none of us starved. Indeed, those are some very calorie-dense foods. That night, we retreated into our tents. I will not tell you of the horrors I endured inside of Vic's tent. I will simply leave it at the fact that small, enclosed spaces did not help my sense of smell. Vic farts in her sleep is what you're trying to tell me. She farts a lot in her sleep. You can't consume that much without having to put some back in the air, you know? So the next morning we get up, and Miss Stone gives us the day's assignment. We're looking for soil and rock samples. It was a school trip, after all. Miss Stone, you and your partner must collect every type of rock and soil, and tonight we'll have a bonfire. S'mores and everything. Woohoo. Have fun. And then we all set out. Moby Vick said,
I can't walk around. My legs still hurt from yesterday. I need to rest.
OP, they're just your muscles. You'll be fine. Moby Vick.
No! They're my conditions. Mr. Sir made me take a hike yesterday, even though I told him I couldn't, and now I'm hurt.
Yeah, those good old shin splints, isn't it? OP says, yeah, whatever. Fine. Just leave me alone. Yeah, can't really count on Mr. Sir to wheel her everywhere out here. Now I set out with my friends, and we go and collect the samples together, mercifully without any land whale interference. You'd think that by this time we would know disaster was afoot. We get back to camp that night, samples in hand, turn them into Miss Stone, eat dinner, and Vic is oddly absent. Oh no, her conditions got her. Miss Stone says, I've had such a great time this weekend, and I hope you guys have a good time too. So tomorrow, we're heading back home, and let's celebrate with s'mores or whatever. Miss Stone gets to the s'more making. Vic then apparatuses into the area. Apparates? Obviously answering the call of s'mores. That's her favorite word, anything she eats.
Can I have s'more?
Miss Stone, all the s'more supplies are gone. Mr. Sir, what do you mean? Let me see. No s'more makings were found. Mr. Sir, I know I left all the makings in the box over there yesterday. Now there's nothing. Who took them? Was it you, Vic? Moby Vick.
Why are you always blaming me? Just because I'm a little bigger?
Yes, bigger than most planetoids. OP says no, it's because you weren't with the rest of us and you didn't show up at dinner. Renegade Robbie.
Yeah, if you missed dinner, you had to be doing something. You've never missed a meal in your life.
Moby Vick.
You guys are all bullies. I didn't do it.
Mr. Sir, then you wouldn't mind us searching your tent, Moby Vick.
You can't invade my privacy like that.
OP, well, it's my tent too. You can search my stuff. The flimsiest lie ever told. Just blow it right over immediately.
Aurora Borealis.
Yes.
That's it?
No.
Mr. Sir starts toward the tent, and Vic waddles after, threatening him if he goes through her stuff. Mr. Sir opens the tent, and there he finds the carnage. My God, we lost so many good graham crackers that day. While the rest of us had been collecting soil samples, Vic had stolen the s'mores supplies. The tent was littered with half-eaten melted chocolate bars, devoured marshmallows, and graham cracker bits. How can it be littered with devoured marshmallows? Like the ghosts of said marshmallows? Spooky, Mr. Sir. You ate them, Moby Vick.
You're just blaming me. It could have been OP.
Mr. Sir. No, it was you. She was out collecting samples, and I'm sure her friends would agree. I also saw her at dinner. You're going home, Moby Vick.
Okay, I did it, but it was just because I was so hungry. You made me work out even though I told you I can't, and you wouldn't give me food, so I ate the only food I could find.
Mr. Sir, you will not blame me for your own gluttony. It really isn't about wanting to eat. She left half-eaten chocolate bars laying around. This was an act of vengeance, a declaration of war. And if there's one thing that I know from just a short few stories, it's that you don't ever want to see Mr. Sir on the other side of the ring. Mr. Sir promptly called Beta Butterball, who picked up Vic late that night. I spent the night with Manda Panda and Sweet Sarah since my tent was now chocolate-coated. Yeah, we should have just done this from the beginning, right? Why couldn't Vic have just been eaten by a mountain lion? It would be a shocking end to the series, but surely it's more merciful than whatever comes next. We all went home the next day, glad to be Vickless on our very last day. TLDR, tents now come with a chocolatey cream filling. Don't touch that cream. You don't know where that's been. Also, OP says, screw me. I messed up the Roman numerals again. Got him. Vic has been getting the best of most people recently. It feels really good to have Mr. Sir there to call her out on her crap, but he can't be there all the time. Eventually, we'll have a story without Mr. Sir, and it is then that the truly heinous actions will occur. You mark my words. We'll have to get into it another day, though. Please press all the buttons if you would. We got links down in the description, Teespring, Amazon. Those are pretty important. Good ways to help support if you also want to get something out of it. On the end card, I'm going to leave the Lavender Beard saga. I don't think that one gets enough play, and you guys will surely enjoy it. So, friends, I hope you'll remember that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye. Go ahead and cut them open. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.